So, I've already done my morning premieres because I premiere a video every day or every other day. Girl, I'm having to get serious about doing these grounding exercises before I deal with my teenagers. Because I'm telling you, as soon as I get up and walk out my door, go in that bathroom, I'm going to see something that's going to try to irritate me. So before we even start, before I even got out of bed, first thing I did was say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Help me. Help me. Thank you and help me. Because, Spirit, I'm going to need your help today. I'm going to need your help being the best version of myself. Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you for everything I have. Thank you for everything I am. But I'm going to need your help today. And I just pray over my family, pray over their health, and that they stay focused and give thanks for them being protected. Because I've started changing my prayers from asking for stuff to just being grateful for what I have. Because I feel like asking for things means that I might not get them, which means that I don't have faith, which goes against what I believe in. I do have faith that everything's going to work out. I have faith in myself. I have faith that the universe supports me. And thinking this way doesn't put me in a position to make God or Jesus or the universe responsible for my life. Because the point is, everything bad that's happened to me was kind of my fault. Not even gonna alter. I mean, there's been situations where things were done to me and they shouldn't have been done to me. But for the most part, any kind of pain I experienced, I kind of brought on myself. So, it's accountability season. I no longer want to make any space for me to have an excuse to not get something done. I've made excuses my whole life, which is why at 42, I'm not where I want to be. But mentally, I am. I am the most stable I've ever been. I have the most clarity that I've ever had. I'm the most mature that I've ever been. And I'm the most responsible that I've ever been. I'm responsible with my money. I'm responsible with my children. I'm responsible with my diet. I'm responsible with my routine. I'm responsible with my mental health. The one appointment that I don't cancel is with my talk therapist. We've done, is it called EFT tapping? This type of therapy, which works when you have triggers. Oh my God. I used that for when I worked for Instacart a few years ago. When people would push their carts too close to me, I would freak out. And so that EFT tapping helped with that. It's basically bringing up a trigger, putting yourself in a triggered state, and then tapping your nerves because your stress and trauma is trapped in your nervous system. And then at the same time, you're calming your nervous system physically, you are calming your nervous system mentally, and you're being guided through it the whole time. So we've leveled up first we did talk therapy. Well, no, first I did trauma therapy, then drug therapy, then talk therapy, behavior therapy, and now, well, I guess we're still on behavior therapy, doing things like the EFT tapping. And Raj has even used hypnosis because he's gotten his past life regression. So we are really leveling up, not just our spirituality game, but our mental health game, which spirituality and mental health go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Can't have one without the other. A lot of times mental health issues get mistaken for spiritual issues. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual issue, not a mental one, but everything is mental. The universe is mental. I got that phrase from the Kabbalion, which helped me understand the true nature of God, which can't really be understood because you would have to know everything. And from our point of view, where we sit, that's a little impossible. So the little pieces that I do understand about our Creator, I really like. So taking the time to develop those things are important, which is why I have stuff like this. I ain't gonna hold you. I prefer the Apocrypha because it makes more sense. Because this actually has whole chapters. This has bits and pieces. So I have to take this, and the St. James Bible, and put them all together and make it make sense. Oh, if you didn't know what those were, that's the Gnostic Gospels and the Apocrypha, which are the missing texts from the St. James Bible. King James, my bad, Bible. Those are the missing pieces of the King James Bible. Have you ever researched who wrote the Bible? Not where the stories came from, because the stories came from much ancient texts, like Sumerian texts. They were just repeated in the Bible. You know, politicians wrote the Bible, honey. Christian, no, let me not come for that. You got people running around thinking that God wrote the Bible. When I heard somebody say that, I said, you said God wrote the Bible? Okay. But I'm just going to go on and keep studying and keep stretching and keep deep breathing my way through raising these teenagers, okay? Because they've been teenagering this month. Like, oh my God. My kids are like characters you would see on an after-school special. But I love that it's so wholesome. They're not like doing nothing weird, like running the streets and acting a fool. So it's all just really innocent stuff, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate the opportunity to develop myself into a better parent, because nothing teaches you patience like children. I've been doing good taking care of myself. I haven't always done that. And I like being able to hold myself accountable for what I'm doing through these videos, because every day when one pops up, I get reminded of goals that I set a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. So then I'm looking at my video and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, well, did you incorporate those changes, Fury? And I'm either like, yeah, we did that, or I'm like, no, we still got some more work. So I literally have to like take myself in half, like, and like make like the male part of me and the female part of me, and I have to take part of me, like the male part of me, out and talk to myself in a logical way, and like be like my own life coach. And I'd be like my own husband and my own father and my own best friend. This is what I have to do. Got to turn myself into 4 people, because I ain't got no friends. Thank goodness, because, like, who is dealing with that? I already got people calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, why would you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning? I don't answer the phone at 2 p.m. I don't answer the phone at 2 p.m. So why would you think I'm going to answer the phone at 2 a.m.? You got the wrong one. Oh, my God, they got the wrong one for that. But, yeah, they tried it. And that's why I stand on my no-contact relationships. I stand on it. I'm going to have to stand on that. All the way to the grave. Gonna have to stand on it. We ain't talking now. I'm not gonna be at your funeral either. You already did. In my mind. Because it's like when you think about people too much, they show up. They will show up from halfway across the world. Ain't seen these people in 25 years. They'll be at your front door. Think about them too much if you want to. They'll be all in your dreams. That's why I'll be like, don't be trying to bully me. I will be in your dreams for the rest of your life. Doing this. Is that what you want? Oh my God, this show's so good. I thought you said this show is so good. I don't have no show. I don't have any shows. You do though.
Yep. I just gotta remember what it's called.
Shoot. Just type in Olivia Pope. It'll come out.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too. Look at my new picture. It's from an artist on Instagram. I'm not really sure which one though. I love it. I love it. Now that looks like somewhere I'm from. It just feels so nostalgic. I relate to this picture. This is me. I love art. It's the only real thing here. other than animals and babies and music, which is art. So, yeah, art's the only real thing. Other than love, we need love. Let me stop. Shout out to Krishan. She from Baltimore. I gotta love her. Not claiming her, though. I made this really banging dairy-free mac and cheese that had garlic and onions and pepper and broccoli in it. I don't even like broccoli, but the kids like broccoli, and I had broccoli and I wanted to use it because it was finna go bad, even though I just bought it. But I was cooking in the dark because it was hot, and I think I put like a half a cup too much of oil in there. It was like so oily. So even this morning I was still removing oil from it. And nobody said anything. When they really, really like the food, they're like, oh my God, this is so good. So I know it was too oily for them. But I'm finna eat it. I don't care. I like it. Using them chickpea noodles. Yep. Because I can't have wheat. Like, wheat makes my stomach bloated. But I did a good job on... No, I didn't. I didn't do a good job. I just explained how I didn't do a good job. But it tastes good, though. Yeah, I was hoping you... Okay, because if you would have seen how much oil was in there, you all wouldn't have ate it. I took it out.
I did eat it. And
you did eat it?
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you.
Actually, with this type,
like
them type noodles, you need all that oil. Like
yeah, the chickpea because they're dry.
They not.
They get dry. That Raja already said it, and I was like, yeah, okay. So let me put the oil in there. So she liked it. So
it was so good. I'm gonna get some more, but I was just like,
yep, eat as much as you want. I made it for y'all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry about the oil, girl. I was cooking in the dark.
I really don't care. Like, you don't understand how much I don't care. It's literally only when you do that to your beans.
Oh yeah, I make sure not to do that.
No, it be your potatoes. No, it don't
be. Eat the potatoes.
It's definitely the potatoes. You'll be overdoing it every damn thing, but it's alright.
Facts. That's why we finna be horribly wealthy. Yeah, because those that do the most get the most.
Period.
Okay, so as most of y'all know, I'm vegan. And I like to make a lot of soups and stews and gravies and stuff like that, right? And I used to use plant milk, but they don't always have unsweetened or vanilla-free plant milk. And plus, I don't always want to use that. So for recipes that call for bouillon, I made my own soup base. This is just water and seasonings. I think there's like salt, onion powder, a little bit of parsley. I have two different types of salt, the sea salt and then the pink salt. And then just a little bit of pepper, and it's mostly paprika. Yep. And since I'm usually putting this in a roux that already has oil in it, I don't have to add oil, but I would add a tiny bit of oil if I'm adding this to something that doesn't already have oil in it. But yeah, I'm using this for gravy next. It makes my life easy peasy. And I also have my Fury seasoning. This is a pre-made salt mix. It's a seasoned salt. I've got dried mustard, 2 or 3 different salts. It's the gray salt, the pink salt, and the sea salt. And just a couple other things depending on my mood. Turmeric, pepper, you know. And then mix it up. And then this just makes it so much faster for me to cook because I'm a lazy vegan. Okay, I like to eat fast, easy, quick, healthy. Fast, easy, quick, healthy, yes. I dress comfortably, and I cook very easy dishes. That don't cost a lot of money, that keep my kids full and happy and feeling rich. Because, baby, you got to feel rich to get rich, period.
I didn't even know that was possible. Like,
what did they do, skid off?
It skid off, yes.
That's crazy. They probably had bald tires. Their
That's
tires
what it
had
is.
no grip.
This is why you got to...
But that's why you have to take your car in and get it checked so they will tell you these things. Like when you go through that check, your Maryland checks your stuff every month on your car, every year. They check for stuff like that. You know what I mean? You have to tell people to take care of their car so they don't cause other people accidents.
But I guess you don't need to have a car if you got to get told that.
Well, I mean, you don't know. Most of us don't even know how our body works. How we gonna know how our car works?
That's where it all comes from. That's where it all comes from first. It's our body.
I didn't even know that girls had 2 different holes, one to pee out of, and the other one not. And your brother told me that. He's not even a girl. Like, there's no excuse for that. Well, I wasn't raised by humans. Oh, it's like, why do you know that? I think he said they told them that in school. Because, like, really,
I don't know, because back in the day, they used to be wild with the stuff they used to teach.
Listen, I was around when they first started putting that into schools. How about that? That's how old your mama is.
Back when I was
It was
in elementary
so
school,
weird.
and we got in the 5th grade, that's when we started learning about sex and all that, and they would separate the boys and the girls. And then the guidance counselor, that was my sis. She would come in there in the back, and then it was so like, but the boys had it because they was so childish, and even when they wasn't, but it got to a point where they was like we're not about to keep separating y'all, like y'all too old for this. So once we really started like being together as a group, it just started being weird because the boys was weird about it. So it's just like, like why y'all gotta do the most?
They should have separated the sexes and then get the guys to teach the boys and the women to teach the girls.
But it was no male teachers. Like, it was all female teachers in my school.
How you don't have male teachers? They even had male wardens in the jail for
the gym teacher. Like, no, it was no male teacher.
Now that's weird.
It's so weird
because everybody
changing
changing their clothes. Like, why are you doing that?
No, but I loved our gym teacher.
Our gym teacher's always
every
weird.
Gym teacher that I've ever had. But it's like, I swear, the more and more I be thinking about, like, my memories from elementary school, I do not remember. Like, I swear he was not even there. Because I swear he just a ghost in my life. It's like, what the hell?
Wow, I feel that. I really do feel that, though. It's a lot of people that are ghosts in my lives. That's why sometimes I don't like going back to Baltimore and running into people because they be so happy to see me, but I legitimately don't remember them. And they like, we were friends.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't.
No, we were. I just forgot it was a lot. That was like 30 years ago. God damn, I'm so old. I don't remember that.
Nobody talked to him. Like, he was the smartest one in the class, and like, girl, nobody talked to him. So maybe that's why. Like, that's so sad.
You said ghosts in my lives. That was deep. That is insane. If you finna put more salt on there, if you knew how much salt was in there. I actually, after it cooled down, had to go back and put more salt on it.
You know I'm a salt fanatic.
We need to look up what that means. Why are you salt deficient? Because there are minerals in the salt that we have. We don't use that table salt. There's minerals in that pink salt that you're using. So maybe that's how you're getting your vitamins.
But I think like my body been reacting bad to the salt. I think I've been eating too much of it.
I think so too. But who am I to say that?
But it's like, then I need something that's gonna like, cause that's the thing, I be feeling like I need it. Like, I feel like my body be craving it. But I need something to like replace it with, cause it's unhealthy.
My salt's not unhealthy.
Cause I like to eat.
Let's look up how much salt you're supposed to have every day.
It's not unhealthy doesn't mean if I keep eating it.
No, that's true. You can even overdose on water.
That's
You can drink too much water.
Stuff.
Maybe that wasn't the right word to use, but it's all OD to me. Just washed some dishes, and Fire was just talking. And so she waited for me to do my morning chores in the kitchen so she can use the kitchen as a dance studio. And this is my morning lemon drop. This is fresh lemon juice, agave nectar, hot water that was boiled with cinnamon. And this is my mint leaf. When I don't have that, I'll put basil and thyme and everything up in here. Antioxidant, and it's good for my belly. Did I say that there's apple cider vinegar in here too? Yep. Drink this every morning. And this is good for after you eat as well. Even though you're supposed to wait for a half hour after you eat until you eat so you can absorb the vitamins from your food. I learned that from a doctor. I like to learn, especially from my mistakes. I don't like repeating them. You know, it's like continuing to get speeding tickets over and over again. When are you going to slow down? My first year driving, I got 10 speeding tickets. I don't know how I have a spotless record. Probably because I live in Maryland, and Maryland only cares about your paperwork and your tax money. So as long as your paperwork is dated correctly and signed by all parties and you pay your stuff on time, they do not care. Because I definitely paid every last one. I've had $700 worth of speeding tickets, all from speed traps, because Maryland, they love a good speed trap. Okay, if you go like a quarter of a mile over that restriction, you're gonna get a ticket. And they like to put like several speed cameras in like a whole long span. So I would have like from the same trip 3 or 4 different speeding tickets from the same stretch of road next to a school. Usually I live in the mountains. Yeah, you think you're going to get away with it. They got cameras everywhere out here. They got cameras in the trees to catch poachers. They got cameras everywhere. Wait till I'm on land. I'm gonna have cameras everywhere too, and drones. I'm gonna put cameras on my dogs as well. Send them out there, see what they see. I don't play with the mountains like that. It's spirits in the mountains. You have to ask for permission to be out there, child. You can't just be building houses all in the mountains without talking to them trees first. Be like, look, put me down. What is going on? Is it okay for us to be here? So I hope our real estate agent understands what we're doing when they see us out there talking to the trees. Because I'm not buying any house or any land that I haven't communed with and spoken to and gotten permission to be there first. And I'm gonna stop saying that I want to buy land. Buy land. You don't buy land. You're renting it. Even if you buy it, it ain't yours. It's not yours, and that's the problem. There's no respect for Mother Earth. There's no respect for Goddess. We are just renting spaces in life. Everybody thinks that they have a right to turn gifts from God into a commodity, and you don't. And that's why it disgusts me to pay a utility bill, and I always get grants as long as I can, because how dare you charge me for something my Creator put here for me to utilize? And I don't like being controlled. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm just going to carve out a little space for me to take my people and develop ourselves into the highest version of ourselves. And then they'll multiply, and then those versions will be better, and so on and so forth. And before you know it, I got a whole town. That's the plan. Just to stay out the way. And see, that's the difference between the feminine mind and the masculine mind. I don't want to force my ways on other people, and I don't want to take what you have. I don't want what you have. Maybe you have some great ideas. I can learn from them and apply them to myself. But I have my own original thoughts and my own authentic way of living. I have my own unique way of expressing those beliefs and those feelings. You're not supposed to look like anybody else. You're not supposed to be like anybody else. That's why it's like, don't name your kid Junior. Let them have their own identity. You know? Everything has a spiritual meaning. Everything. Everything. And when you start to view the world through a spiritual lens, it becomes a lot brighter. And you understand that your actions have consequences. I don't want to hurt nobody. I just want my mineral water. That's my girl, Sierra Ann.
She could have said something back. She just set the timer. Like, does Siri hate me? Okay, it's time. Time to remove this.
She's dyeing her eyebrows.
She's not looking super dark yet.
I never thought to do that. But then again, I don't have see-through eyebrows. So why would I think about that? I like to watch people who are mixed and young so I can kind of get an understanding for the things that they go through. So I can understand my kids better, because I thought my kids were black. I know that they're mixed, but I thought they were black because to me they're black. You're black. But here's the issue. Half my kids have light skin and half my kids have darker skin. So I had to talk to them about how they feel. I don't know, they all feel different. I asked my son the other day, because he has his own business and he has a bakery and that he runs from home. And so when someone says black-owned business, do you resonate with that? He was like, yeah, whatever. But see, he's darker skinned. Now, I'm gonna ask that same question to my lighter skinned child and see what they say. Because if it wasn't for me overhearing some of the things that they said and then us having open conversations, I would have never known that they didn't feel accepted by black people, because some black people be like, all right, you're black. But again, my darker son said that. The lighter ones said that white people don't accept them and black people don't accept them. I accept you. They think I'm dark skinned. In my family, I'm dark skinned. In normal life, I'm brown skinned. But to them, okay, milkshake, leave me alone. I love them. They have the best of their father and I. Their father was Hungarian. He's dead now. It's been 2 years, but it does not feel like 2 years. It feels like 9 months. Death is weird. Death is odd. I was so confused after he died. That was the first, no, it's not the first time yeah. I had people close to me die, but he was my other half. So it was kind of like I died in a way. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. Life didn't make sense. Because it didn't make sense that my world stopped, but the rest of the world kept going. If Lil May don't stop trying to market to me, ain't nobody paying $12 a stick. I'm finna start making my own stuff. I need to block them too. It's a block party. But you'll never know the type of issues that your family has if you don't like broach the subject, if you don't ask. And I'm not nosy. When I hear them talking, I usually like tap out because I don't know, when I was studying the rules or the expectations of my aunt, one of them was to not eavesdrop, and another one was not to speak ill of somebody that does good works and shit like that. And I felt bad because I did some business for somebody the other day, right? And I make music. I have my own independent music label, okay? And so I've started to get to the point in my career where I'm outsourcing promotion and marketing. And this one guy has been trying to hit me up on, and I don't respond to DMs because a lot of times they're weird. But he's a Spotify list curator, meaning he has a Spotify list that he promotes that has up and card. It's called Rising Artists. And so you pay whatever you pay to get on there for however long. But see, in this industry, even in life, but specifically in the music industry, dealing with males as a female is a nightmare. A lot of times they're disrespectful. They talk down to you, and they don't prioritize your art, and they don't always honor their agreements. So I thought he was trying to play me at first because he didn't remember to put me on his playlist until 4 days in, and I had to say something because I was like, my stuff is not on there. Like, he gave me a specific date that my promotion would end. And so I hit him up like, so how is that my end date if I don't even see my song on there? So then he didn't respond for a minute, and then he responded with a screenshot of my song on the playlist. But it was like days later. Like, he forgot. And so, like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, this ain't finna be nothing. 2 weeks later, I go to do my morning promotion in my community post because I talk to my subscribers in the morning. I'm like, hey, good morning, a new episode of Fairy World just dropped. This is what we was talking about. Try to say something inspirational if I'm feeling inspirational in the moment, and I'll push it. Then I'll promote my Amazon store, my website, and my music and other videos that I'm watching that morning. Any other smaller creators that I can promote. They don't ask me to, but I do it because that's what I'm watching, and they have good content, and I love people. I want to help people. And I want you guys to enjoy good content too. I want you to see what I watch. You know what I'm saying? So I promote my Spotify separately from my YouTube music because not everybody has Spotify. But Spotify was paying. So I log into my Spotify account. I don't have to log in. I just go to the page because it's right there. I done gone from 9 listeners to 314. I was like, oh my God, that bitch. What the fuck? And they like, what are you on about? I was like, yeah, yo, that blah, 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 exploitive. Finally did it, yo, that exploitive did it. And it was like, yo, and my son was like, you still talking shit after he did that for you? He's like, people can feel that energy. You ain't got to, do all that. And that's crazy because I had just said the same thing to them. Embarrassing. But that's what happens when you're not stoic and you let your emotions get to you. Stoicism is not just about not getting upset when or allowing yourself to be triggered. It's also not getting overly excited when things go well. And that's why I try not to have any emotion about comments, whether they're positive or negative, because if you can control my happiness, you can control my sadness. And I don't want anybody controlling my emotions. I need to be in control of my emotions. I am the ocean controlling my emotion. So yeah, I'm very mindful now of how I think about people and how I talk about people even when they're not there. Because that's just wrong. Talking about people in a negative way is wrong, and I want to be better. It's childish. I want to be mature. I want to be the highest version of myself. So all these little things about myself that are not righteous need to be changed. We don't need to think negatively. We don't need to speak negatively. We don't need to put people down when they make a mistake. We need to be supportive and empathetic. We're going to have our down days. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to be realistic. We're going to be honest with ourselves about how we feel. If we're upset, we can go be upset. Go participate in an activity that will transmute that energy. Real life alchemy. Do that. But don't deny how you feel. If you're jealous, then you're jealous. Okay? Why don't you go do an activity, you know what I'm saying, that will put you in a position where you won't be jealous about whatever you're jealous of. If you sad, then you sad. You know what I'm saying? Go find a creative way to express that sadness. Go draw a picture or go write about it. Writing is so therapeutic, I'm telling you, and it's a great manifestation tool. Everything I've ever written down has happened. I don't write bad stuff. If I have negative energy, you can make a song. You don't even have to release it. You don't even have to record it. Just play a beat and freestyle. Or write a song and just spit. It's very freeing. Even press record and record yourself spitting. You feel me? Rapping or singing over whatever random beat. They have a million of them on YouTube, literally. You feel me? That is such a beautiful form of expression. You don't have to make art for other people. I never made art for other people. This certainly isn't for nobody else. This is for me. None of these paintings up here mean anything to anybody except for me. You know, this is my story. This is my journey. This is my pain, my dreams, my monsters, who I am. You feel me? And that's why spending time with yourself is important, to find out who you actually are. I don't know how you get in relationships with people when you don't have a relationship with yourself. That's the most important relationship to have. Relationship with your higher power, i.e. yourself. Just you and God, just you and Goddess, you and Goddess, you and Goddess. Then other people can come in your realm. Because then you know how to train them how to treat you. Then you know how to carry yourself so that you can manifest the life you want and the people you want. I'm tired of being the smartest person in the room. I want to be around people who are more elevated than I am so that they can help pull me up. Because always pulling everybody up. My arm's real strong now. I love you. I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace. Thank you for spending time with me in Fury World. If you get a chance, if you want to check out my music, it's available on every streaming service worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I make music that heals you. I love you. See you tomorrow.